ambassadors who represent our two respective countries, and senior officials, and ladies and gentlemen. It is, President, always an honor, a real honor to welcome friends, and it is even a greater honor to pay tribute to a long-standing, cherished friendship between South Africa and Finland and the peoples of Finland and South Africa. Mr. President, thank you for accepting our invitation to pay a state visit to South Africa. This has long been in the making. We had hoped that your visit to South Africa would take place some 3 years ago, but then COVID interfered with our plans, but we're rather pleased that it is happening now. After we won our democracy in 1994, Finland continued to play an important role in supporting our national reconciliation, in development cooperation, as well as trading, as well as investing in South Africa. We have had long friendships of many types with Finland, particularly the governing party that I lead has had deep and long-lasting relationships over a long time. And I had the joy of working with one of your predecessors, President Martti Ahtisaari, when both of us were asked to participate in the peace process in Northern Ireland. And I remember very fondly the manner in which he and I were weapon inspectors in the conflict in Northern Ireland, traveling throughout Ireland and Northern Ireland in the heat of the night, inspecting weapons and contributing to the peace process in Northern Ireland. And we're very pleased that recently the Irish celebrated 30 years of the Good Friday Agreement. I think it is 30 or something like that. And President Ahtisaari and I were very much a part of that whole process. So we have special bonds and special relations with your country. It is auspicious that you visit us this week as we celebrate 29 years of democracy. In 2 days, we will be exactly 29 years of our freedom. Without the support of Finland and our many other friends, we would not be where we are today. So we welcome you and your delegation once more. South Africa and Finland have very excellent and well-established bilateral relations. We have found in Finland a like-minded partner in various fields of cooperation, to be it in environment, in energy, and energy is important as we are facing enormous energy challenges. So we have a friend in you because you have developed incredible technologies that can also make a contribution to solving our energy challenges. We've cooperated in maritime affairs, in science and technology, trade, and peace and security matters. We meet at a time when the world is faced with multiple challenges. You and I have spent the better part of more than 30 minutes talking about the challenges that the globe and the world is facing right now. We are in the midst of also a global cost of living crisis, which faces many people in our country and indeed many developing economy countries as well. Food and energy prices continue to soar, as has inflation, not only in our country but in many other countries around the world. Many people are reeling under debt rises, making it difficult for families to survive. Both small and large businesses are still struggling to return to pre-COVID levels of profitability and production. The poor are particularly vulnerable when it comes to this, particularly in a country like ours where poverty and inequality are some of the biggest challenges, including unemployment, that we are having to deal with. Climate change is advancing faster than previously thought, affecting lives and livelihoods around the globe. And while we all agree on what needs to be done to reduce carbon emissions, developing economy countries are finding it difficult to secure the resources and the technology that would help them transition without incurring further indebtedness. Conflicts and instability around the world are exacerbating existing humanitarian crises, has had huge economic reverberations across the world, including on our own continent and South Africa. We know that this conflict has also been polarizing and has seen multilateral systems of government being called into question and being put under pressure, and it is having an impact on the global architecture and with effects that could be long-lasting. As the international community, we have agreed on a common developmental path in the form of the UN Agenda 2023 for Sustainable Development and on meeting the Sustainable Development Goals. In 1997, as I said about President Atisari was received by President Mandela on a state visit to South Africa. And I am glad to be receiving you on a state visit to South Africa. At a banquet in President Atisari's honor, President Mandela said this to him: "As we meet again after 3 years, you will see for yourself how South Africans have been using the freedom Finland helped us to win." This speaks to the contribution that the Finnish people have made to where we are today. Indeed, we have, with the support of our great friends, the people of Finland, won the success and the achievements that we have achieved. We have laid the foundations for a better life for our people, much as many of our people continue to face enormous challenges, some of which have their roots in the system of apartheid and colonialism that we went through. Even as we face enormous challenges, they are not nearly as daunting today as they were back in the early days of our democracy. Just as we overcame the problems back then, with the help of our friends, we will also overcome many of these problems. Finland has always been open to cooperation with us in pursuit of a better, more egalitarian world, and South Africa all the while with the highest degree of respect when it comes to relations with its partners in developing countries. Finland has never sought, as we know it, to impose its ways, its systems on any country, nor has it sought to do so with us. And we therefore have a great deal of respect for Finland and the Finnish people, because in our relations, you've always treated us with respect. And it is for that reason that we welcome you to South Africa with open arms, and we look forward to our deliberations, but we also look forward to the engagement that we are going to have later with business people from Finland and South Africa. So, Mr. President, I thank you for undertaking this long-awaited visit And I now invite you to make your remarks. Thank you.